Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Real Franchise. This video series is designed to deliver real information, real answers and real insights into franchising. The series is brought to you by James Home Services Australia. I'm the CEO and Justin is one of our owners and our head of new businesses. Together we tackle all the big topics, unscripted, unplanned and completely unfiltered, no sales and no fluff. We just give you information straight up. Today's topic is one that if you're looking into a franchise, you're probably highly interested in. It is one of the key questions that, Justin, we get asked whenever somebody makes an inquiry to learn some more about our network. And it is, how many leads will you send us? What do we do to market your business? What is that process that we undertake in those first few months and ongoing to support lead generation for the businesses in our network? So, Justin, we may as well start with the big and the very obvious question. How many leads do we send business owners in our network?
It's a great question. And like you said, every day I get asked that question. And every area is different, like in our whole approach is about being honest and transparent. And we do find regional areas generate I find more leads, but lead generation is a result of marketing. And when I discuss and meet with people looking at joining us, I sort of explain, to me, the marketing process is very clearly two-pronged in its focus. I sort of describe it as we do all the things that cost money, James Home Services does. So, when someone starts with us, we do a big campaign online to really start to generate leads, and that does generate quite a few leads every week for people starting with us. And we build their web page and Google page, and we create our marketing team create a whole marketing portfolio for our new franchisees and business owners to use then on the second prong, which is all the things that you, the new business owner, do in and around your area. So that's sort of localized marketing, the things that doesn't cost money. So these two things happen at once. So in our training, we train you or the new franchisee in over 51 different things that they can be doing to generate more leads. So the simple answer to the question is, well, yes, all that paid stuff is going to generate inquiry, but the more that the new business owner does of that local area activity just enhances the results from our paid advertising, as well as them generating leads and activity from people they're meeting and brochures they're dropping and things they're doing online. The two really work together. So I guess the short answer is the more you do, the more you'll see. And the more effective will be the paid advertising that we're doing.
Yep. Marketing is like a 1,000-piece puzzle. And there are 1,000 different ways that you can market any small business, right? We are talking about our businesses, predominantly cleaning and lawn mowing businesses, and we are absolute experts. We absolutely know how to generate leads for those businesses. But this conversation is also pretty relevant to most small businesses. Marketing is a 1,000-piece puzzle. There's 1,000 different things that you could do every single day in your business to generate leads or to contribute to the lead generation function of your business. And it's not to say you have to do all 1,000, but it is to say that the more pieces you put into the puzzle, the more the image becomes clear. So the more marketing activities that you do in your business, the more leads you are likely to generate, the bigger the pipeline that you're building. We have quite a sophisticated approach at head office to our new franchisee campaigns. And I'm not going to go into lurid detail because it is highly technical around what we do. But at a really high level, Justin, when you say what we do is the paid stuff, that means we're paying for your business to be showing up on Google when someone is searching for your services in the area that you target. And we also take care of social media advertising as well. Now, predominantly that is Facebook, but it also spans across into Instagram, and we're also starting to transfer across into YouTube advertising as well. So what that means, particularly from a Facebook perspective, is that your ads for your business are very likely to come up when a user of Facebook in your area who has exhibited behavior online, like they may be interested in your services, when they're scrolling through their Facebook feed of an evening, it's highly likely that your ad will pop up. On a weekly basis, our new franchisee campaigns are seen by anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 people alone on Facebook in 1 week.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people. And there are two core reasons that we run those ads and those strategies. One is brand awareness. We want as many people in your new business area to know about your business as possible. And the second reason that we do it is specifically to generate leads and inquiry. Now, leads, for anybody listening wondering what on earth we're talking about when we talk about leads, a lead is a customer inquiry. And so if somebody makes an inquiry on one of our Facebook ads on our new franchisee campaigns, it goes through our system and it gets sent off to our business owner in that area via a text and an email so that they can contact the customer really quickly.
Yep.
So those are the sorts of things that we do at a really high level to generate inquiry in your business, to generate those customer leads, and also to get your business brand and your name out there as far and wide and in front of as many potential customers in your area as possible. And that is an ongoing strategy. In the first 12 weeks, it's highly, highly focused and targeted, and we put a lot of ad spend behind it. And then after the first 12 weeks, you should have amassed enough of a regular customer base that you're building your business on. And then so we change up our advertising a little bit, and we're really then focused on generating a consistent flow of leads in an ongoing fashion. So the marketing never stops. The strategy changes, but the marketing never stops.
Yep. So important. Sorry, I was just going to say, I see in the area I live, I constantly see people, start a lawn business and they'll do this. I'm talking about independent, they don't just decide to do it on their own, which is great, but they don't have this knowledge and expertise or systems. And they'll print out a couple thousand brochures and run around their neighbourhood dropping brochures. And they might start a Facebook page and they put up a couple of notifications, and then that's it. You never see or hear again. And it's like you said, it's this multi-piece puzzle. I describe it like a fishing net. I'm mad on fishing. And so many people just think there's a silver bullet. If I just do this brochure drop, I'm going to get all this work. Or if I just do, I've got a Facebook page now for my business, I'm going to be swamped with work. It doesn't work that way. It's like a fishing net. You've got all these strands, and the more strands you have, the more fish you're going to catch. And it's about consistency, like you said, yes, the 12 weeks is really focused, but then it's continuing these things on, these habits that we teach you, these 51 ways. It's like wood on the campfire. You don't build a big bonfire and just walk away. You've got to constantly, every now and again, just keep putting the wood on to keep that fire going. Yeah.
There's also a bit of a trick to knowing where to fish. And that's where our system comes in, because we've learnt over the 33 plus years we've been doing this in Australia, we've learnt where to teach you to fish. And we know what places to focus your marketing efforts on in order to get results. And results for us is leads to your business. So there is absolute skill in knowing where to fish, and that's so much the value of something like a franchise network where you've got a proven system to follow.
Yep.
So, Justin, I want to roll us back to the start of the conversation, because you said something really interesting, and I want to go back there and I want to dive into what our philosophy is a little bit more. You said that we will do the paid stuff, but we also teach our business owners how to market their own business as well. So why do we do this? Because there are other networks out there that will just say their model is, hey, we'll do everything you need us to do from a marketing perspective. Just kick back and we'll send you all of the leads that you will need to build your business. That's not how we operate. And I want to go back to that point, and I want to spend a little bit of time making sure that we're being really clear on why that is, because it's a very strategic decision by us. So why don't we just send our businesses all the leads they'd need?
There's a few reasons. I think one of the key reasons and dangers of that particular model in the business owner, right? Like, so I was a franchisee myself, had my own cleaning businesses. If I just get fed, like from a marketing point, we call that sort of person a gatherer. If I'm just sitting here being fed all these leads, I'm not doing anything. From a farming point of view, you think about it, it's what happens when a drought comes? What happens when the leads stop coming? You starve. You know, you don't know what to do, and it's reliant totally. You mentioned in our last video, you did a podcast for a guy that was in a previous thing. He was in a franchise, and they just decided to cut the marketing spend, and he just got no work. And I've seen this happen in the franchising industry with changes. You know, they focus the advertising in Victoria, and Queensland franchisees don't get any, and all this sort of stuff. You're at their beck and call, yet you say you're self-employed. You know, it's like, wait a second, no. If you're self-employed, if you're really a business owner, you're responsible for your business. You've got to know what drives it, what dials you need to adjust to get more income, to get a higher income, those sorts of things, right? So our model, I strongly believe, is about empowering people. And the things we teach, the habits that you learn when you're in James, really apply to any business. You know, our 8-step business system, step 1, market your business daily. It's business 101. And so why don't we just feed people? As we said, we do send heaps of leads through, and we do generate leads. But I think more importantly, the emphasis is on equipping our people to be able to grow a healthy business. Yeah.
Our focus is so much on, I love the word empowering. I think it's slightly overused. We all like to say that we're empowering people, but I really believe it's very true in our model, because we're not spoon feeding our business owners anything. We're actually right from the get-go being so clear about, hey, we're not going to send you everything you need, but we are going to skill you so that you can go out and fish for yourself, to continue the analogy. You can go out and fish for yourself. You can go out, you know where to go and fish, you know where to find customers, you know how to market to them effectively, you know how to quote, you know how to convert. It's all part of our system. What we're doing is we're genuinely building your skills. Most franchise networks say, here's our system, we'll send you the leads, just do the work. Now, if that's what you're looking for, that's not us. There are others out there that do it, and that do it really well, and that there's an absolute place in the market for them. But if you're looking for a network that is more concerned with actually building your skills and ensuring that, at some point you and your James business will separate. At the moment you're watching this video because you're thinking about joining James and creating a business in our network using our structure. But at some point, the very real reality is that you will run your James business for a period of time, and then you'll decide that you would like something new, or you'd like to sell, or you'd like to transfer it, or, there are lots of options. But the reality is your business and you will separate at a point. When you do that, we want you to have developed skills that you can take with you in whatever is next for you in life. If we spoon feed you everything you need in this network to run a business, if we do your admin for you, if we do all the marketing for you, if we do your bookkeeping for you, if we quote for you, if we just simply tell you to go out and do this job on this day at this house and take these products, you're nothing more than a glorified employee. And if you're watching this video, that's what you're trying to escape from. You're trying to find a way to get out of the grind of employment. You're trying to find a way to get in control of your life, of your time, of your income. You're wanting more control, not less. And so the way that we have set up our model is very much designed to put you in control. It's very much designed to empower you to run a business in the very real sense of the words. And it's very much designed to build your skills so that you can do so confidently, and you know how to execute the functions that you need to see your business growing at the pace that you want and to get it where you want to get it to.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a whole another side of the coin that people often don't think of, because like every month we get about 500 people at the moment inquiring that I ring, speak to, they're looking at joining us. And so often there's a big portion of those calls where, how many jobs will you give me? How many leads will you send me? What people often don't think of is, in those business models, and like you said, some of them do a great job at it, but there's a cost. to generating those leads or the jobs. You know, a lot of people just want the jobs sent to them. Well, in those business models, you've got to understand you've got to pay for that. Like one of the other big franchises, you pay for every contract they send you, and a lot of money. Or the franchise retains 50 to 60% of the value of that job, every job they send you. So, yes, we guarantee we're going to send you all these jobs, but it's costing you 50% of your income, right? Our franchise fee is a small percentage, and we don't charge lead fees, right? Most other franchises charge lead fees. Every lead they send you will be $17.50 to $40 a lead, you know, and based on the leads we generate our new starters, that'd be like then pay an extra $200 to $500 a week in lead fees on top of a franchise fee. We don't charge lead fees. And we empower you, using that word again, to be able to generate them yourself so that you retain as much of the income as possible. Being fed jobs, yeah, is great, but you pay for it. One way or another, you pay for it.
Yep.
And so we empower people to actually have profitable businesses where they're retaining the bulk of the income.
Yeah, it's interesting the number of inquiries we get from people in the other networks who just haven't got the profitability that they were looking for.
Yeah.
And the reason so much of the time is those really high franchise fees because all of the work is simply being sent, or because the network is spending so much on marketing and generating so many leads, the lead fees are really, really high and make it very difficult for a new business owner as well. I want to jump in here and just say we're not knocking those models.
No.
We simply want to point out the differences because, as I said before, there's absolutely a place in the market for those models. They are successful. They are large networks in our sector, and they do an excellent job at creating work and opportunity for people to be able to run their own business just in a different way to the way that we do it. So we're not knocking the models at all. There's a place for them. They do it really well. More so the message, if you're watching, is spend some time really thinking about what it is that you're looking for, because you've landed on this video, which means that you're considering starting a business of your own. And just be very aware of the differences between the ways that franchise networks operate, because we're not all the same. In fact, we're very, very, very different. And if you join us and really you just wanted all of the work sent to you and you're okay with paying higher fees for it to be sent to you, then you're going to be really disappointed with us because that's not how we work. And similarly, if you join another network and really what you're looking for is skills building and they just don't deliver to you on that element, then you're going to end up disappointed. So spend some time. You've landed on this video for a reason. You're watching to this point for a reason. You're doing your homework, which is the most important step. Continue to do that homework and give some really significant thought to what do I actually want? Do I want just work simply arriving to me via a notification and I just go out and I do it and I pay quite handsomely for that and I'm okay with that because I didn't have to do the work to attract the work? Or are you looking for a model that's going to build your skills? Are you looking for a model where you are in control of your time? We don't set any appointments for you. You are fully in control of when you do appointments, when you do quotes, when you do the work, when you call people back. You're totally in control of all of that under our model, and you're completely in control of how much you charge for the job as well. Some of the other models, some of them will actually negotiate and win the work for you, but then you are also needing to deliver that work under the fee that they've negotiated, which may be fair, but it may be low. In our network, you have full discretion to negotiate whatever charge for your services that you feel you need to be charging to be profitable in your business. So there's a lot more control in the way that we work if you're looking for it. And if you're not, that's okay. There are other models better suited to you. But if you are looking for control, I would really highly recommend doing some more research on the style of model that we're offering.
Yeah.
I always describe our marketing philosophy in our network as a partnership because, there's very much in franchising there historically has been a them and an us mentality, right? And look, most franchisors wouldn't go where I'm about to go, but we are transparent and we do talk about all of the big topics. And so here you go. There's a them and an us mentality in franchising. And when you're a franchisee, sometimes you can feel like your franchisor isn't really working for your best interests. And over time, you just develop that little bit of resentment to go, well, I'm paying them all these fees and they're doing nothing for me. In our network, we really want to tackle that them v us mentality and blow it out the water. We're a team. We're a partnership. Our subscription model means that we are not profitable or successful or sustainable unless we're invested heavily in making sure that the businesses in our network are profitable and successful and sustainable. We already have more skin in the game than most. But our philosophy when it comes to marketing is also putting our money where our mouth is and backing in, once again, that commitment to our business owners. And, you know, if we wanted full control over our business owners, we would just send you all the leads. You know, then you really are totally reliant on us and we could control your businesses and we could control the revenue that you make. We want the control in your hands because we want you to feel like the business is actually yours. So we teach you what you need to know to market your business. We give you the ability to go and achieve a business that actually works for you and that meets your goals. So we're wanting to try and it's very much, it's a team, it's a partnership. And whenever I'm explaining marketing to somebody inquiring, I always explain it's a partnership. We work so hard to generate leads for your business. And we also teach you to do the things you need to do to generate leads. And if we're both working really hard, then like most things in life, the results that we actually see are twofold. They're even better because we're both doing what we do and because it knits in together really, really well. So much of what we do is backed in by the efforts that we teach you to do. So things like dropping brochures, going to networking events, talking to your local business owners and your Google business profile, all the things that we teach you to do for free. Every time you have an engagement with a potential customer, if they're interested, what are they going to do? They're going to Google you. And when they Google you, our ad will pop up in front of them and help to take them that next step and convert them to a customer. Yep. So we work really hard. We teach you how to do all the things you need to do. And if you're doing those things and we're doing the things that we need to do, then actually the results we see for your business are so much more powerful than if you were doing this on your own or if we were just sending it all to you in the first place.
So true.
Yeah. So I think this is a perfect place to leave this conversation for today. It's been a really interesting one, and I hope that it's left you with some insights, maybe even a totally different perspective on marketing in franchise networks. If you've got questions, reach out. You know the drill. And if we can help, feel free to submit an inquiry and we can talk you through our process a little bit more if that's of interest. Otherwise, we hope that we might see you very soon in another episode of The Real Franchise.